Welcome to BHM University. My name is Nate, and today we're going to be unboxing the Jazzy Evo 613 from Pride Mobility. Stick around and we'll be right back to unbox this. All right, welcome back. So now that we're back, we're going to go ahead and start unboxing this. As you may notice, we do have three separate boxes here. The top box is going to be our shrouds. The second box is going to be our seat, and the bottom box is going to be our power base. Let's go ahead and start with the power base. Let's set these other boxes off to the side. Go ahead and get this one over here. Let's start with the bottom box. You'll see that it is banded, so we can go ahead and cut that band off here. As I always say in all of my videos, I like to cut the sides first, like that, and then lift up on those lids, and then cut the middle so that we can ensure that we're not cutting anything on the inside of that box. Let's go ahead and open up those lids and have a look down inside to see what we've got. So here we've got our chair. You're going to see right on top, you've got your owner's manual, and everything is packed with a lot of cardboard as well as some plastic to keep the dust and everything out of it. Looks like we've got our, I believe this is the joystick. Let's go ahead and cut that open. Again, let's cut on the sides, make sure that we're not cutting any product on the inside. So it looks like we've got both a charger and a joystick in here. So we can go ahead and set these off to the side. We'll be ready for those in just a little bit. We can throw this box out of the way. Let's take this owner's manual out of the way, set it off to the side. Let's start getting some of this packaging out of the way here as well. So we're going to go ahead and cut the corners on this box. I'll cut from the outside of this box so that we can lay all the sides down and be able to show you this chair. Let's come over here and cut the corners. And let's lay it all down. So like I said before, the whole chair is bagged. That's to keep all the dust and everything off of it. You're going to see right away, you do have a lithium battery in here. We do have to go ahead and get it plugged in. That plug-in, let's see, that plug-in is going to be right here. So let's go ahead and get it plugged in. It's going to be white to white, black to black. So make sure you are getting it hooked up the right way. Just like so. And then you do have your joystick plug as well. So for now, we can go ahead and just kind of leave that up like so. You are going to want to get your shrouds put on first, and then you can go ahead and get your seat put on. So let's go ahead and grab our shrouds and work on getting those in place. So for our shrouds today, we went with a blue. Let's get those unpacked. They are wrapped in a lot of bubble wrap here. With the shrouds, they do have some hub covers as well, so we can go ahead and get those attached also. So let's carry all this back over to our power base. Let's see about getting this all hooked up here. So you're going to want to get your the front in first. The back is going to sit in over top. There should be some screws here. So let's take a look in the owner's manual. Ah, yes. Looks like they've got some thumb screws for you here. So let's go ahead and get those taken out. Here's our thumb screws. And we're going to go ahead and get that lined up here. You do have where we're going to put our thumb screws in at. Like I said before, you want to get that front one on first. And the back one is going to go in over top. And then there are some clips on the back side over here that you do want to make sure gets clipped into place. So hold that in place here, push it up, and make sure that everything kind of falls into place here. Let's go ahead and tighten those thumb screws down. And there is a little spot for that cord to actually clip up through the shroud on the back side here. So once you have those all clipped in, we can go ahead and grab our blue hub covers, get those out, and we can actually go ahead and clip those into place as well. So let's work on getting that in place. And then we'll do this side. And then we'll be ready to go ahead and get our seat in place as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and work on grabbing that seat out. Here we have our separate seat. Like I always say, cut the sides first. And this just ensures that you're not going to cut anything on the inside, especially on these seats. These seats, they do pack them pretty full. So you do want to make sure that you're not going to cut anything on the inside, especially that fabric. You don't want to cut that up. So just be very careful, be knowledgeable as to what you're doing. That's going to be our arm elbows. Here's the arm pads themselves. And then the seat itself. Packed inside the seat, we do have a headrest in there. Let's go ahead and cut that tape. So there's the headrest. We're going to go ahead and set that off to the side. Let's get this seat on the chair, and then we'll go ahead and go over some of that other stuff that we pulled out of here as well. Take some of this plastic off. And now we're ready to go ahead and put this on. So before I put it on, we want to make sure that we line that seat mount post up with the seat mount tube. So just line it up and drop it down. Give it a little twist, make sure that it's all the way locked in place. And then from there, you can actually raise the seat up with this lever. Just pick up on that handle, and you should be able to raise that whole seat up. Now we'll go ahead and mount the headrest on. It's a lot like a car's headrest. We'll just take all this plastic off and go ahead and mount in the top over here. Slide it all the way down and lift up till it locks. So now we're ready to go ahead and start mounting on these arms. To mount the arms, we'll take them out of this cardboard here. They are typically always covered in plastic as well. So let's get that out. Now let's go ahead and get these guys mounted in here as well. So on the back side here, if you want to come around, you'll see that there is a pin on the back side that holds it in. You can take this elbow and slide it all the way in. This is going to determine how far out you want the arm to be. So we'll go ahead and stick it about somewhere in the middle here. About right there. Looks good. And we'll do the same on the other arm as well. Pull that pin, line the hole up to match. And then you do want to go ahead and tighten up the set screws on these arms as well. Otherwise, they're going to sit here and rock on you. So Pride does provide you with an Allen key as well. So you want to make sure that you go ahead and tighten everything down. So just get everything nice and tight. Tighten this one down. And now we're ready for the actual arm pads. But keep this Allen key out because we're still going to need it. Cut the sides. And go ahead and cut the middle. When we open this box up, you're also going to notice that the arm pads themselves are covered in bubble wrap. We'll go ahead and take those out of the bubble wrap as well. And now we can go ahead and mount these onto the seat itself. When I mount these, I like to leave about a finger to 2 fingers width from the elbow to the bottom of this armrest. So line it up to where it has enough room to still be able to go up and down, and then go ahead and tighten it in. Of course, these are adjustable, so if you want your arm higher, you can do so. If you want it a little bit lower, you can do so as well. I just like to make sure that they're evened up and lined up so that everything does look right. So let's go ahead and do the same on this side. Let's put these in about 2 fingers gap and tighten it down. All right, let's throw that away. And now from here, we're ready to go ahead and install our joystick. So let me go ahead and grab that joystick. Keeping this Allen key pulled out, we're going to go ahead and remove that plastic. There's also a twist tie on that cord there, so let's go ahead and take all that off. The nice thing about this joystick is there is a cord on here, or a disconnect on that cord. You can remove it. So if you do go to remove your whole seat from the chair, you can disconnect it at the joystick instead of removing the whole cord at one time. Or you can remove it from the base as well. So either or works. But from there, let's go ahead and install this. We're going to go ahead and install it on the right side of the chair. We'll go ahead and set this post down into the seat, or into the arm. And on the bottom side, you're going to notice that there is a little set screw. We're going to go ahead and tighten that set screw up, leaving just a little bit of room in front of the arm. And we do want to try to make sure that that arm gets mounted pretty straight, pretty flat with the arm as well. So that looks pretty good. From here, we can go ahead and run this cord behind the arm. Typically, what we like to do is we like to go ahead and zip tie that cord onto the arm all the way back and all the way down to that plug. For the sake of the video, let's go ahead and just plug it in. Make sure that we have power. Okay. Everything is plugged in and working. So real quick, before I do get this chair rolling, let's go ahead and roll this chair off. To do so, I'm going to go ahead and put this chair into neutral. I'll show you that neutral and drive switch down here. We do have that switch pushed down on it, and that is on each side. There is a little arrow indicator down here to tell you whether or not it is in drive or neutral. So do that on both sides, and that's going to put your chair into neutral and allow you to push. So we're going to go ahead and push this chair off of all this trash here. Let me crouch down here and put it back into drive. And that's pretty much going to go ahead and conclude our unboxing of the Jazzy Evo 613. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and share it with a friend, as it helps us grow. And as always, we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.